Guide our hearts and minds as we make our decisions today. Help us to work together, encourage each other to excellence. We ask this in the name of the Lord. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Spice this morning. Jesus.
Thank you, Commissioner, and welcome to all the guests here this morning. We'll get to them in a minute. First item of business, we have two sets of minutes to approve. The minutes of March 5th, please. Is there a motion to approve?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Those minutes are approved. We also had a special county commissioners meeting on March 9th. Minutes are attached. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved. Second.
Those in favor say aye. Opposed? Those minutes are approved. Next, it's a treasurer's report. Treasurer Griffith.
Morning.
Morning.
Following bills are to be paid pending approval. Accounts payable total of $226,311.80. Payroll for the period $385,407.50. 911 account had 13 checks and 4 EFTs totaling $16,461.41. Children and youth, 22 checks and 90 EFTs for a total of $381,149.43. LEPC account had 3 checks totaling $390.30. Act 137 account, 2 checks totaling $1,200 even. Finally, the CDBG account had 1 check for $1,075.40.
Thank you. Is there a motion to pay the county's bills?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Oh, okay, county bills are paid. Continue with your treasurer's report.
Treasurer's report for the period beginning 3/4 and ending 3/17/2026. The general account had a starting balance of $1,043,729.24. Total debits for the period were $1,919,529.57, giving us an ending balance of $1,273,340.29. Finally, the reserve account has a balance of $4,462,324.35.
Okay, is there a motion to approve Treasurer Griffith treasurer's report?
So moved. Second.
All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Okay, support is approved. Thank you. Meetings and events, my list is given to the chief clerk. I'll point out that I did attend the ag preservation meeting yesterday and more on that in the future. Commissioner Wise
My list is also with the chief clerk.
and Commissioner Kodish.
My list is there as well, and I'd also like to welcome Sierra Williams and Aiden Stevens from MCTV here today. Thank you for filming our meeting.
Thank you. Is there any public comment for this morning? I don't see any hands come up, so we'll just proceed to new business. First item of new business is a 4-H Week proclamation, which I will read. This is Pennsylvania 4-H Week proclamation. Whereas 4-H is the America's largest youth development organization, supporting nearly 6 million youth across the country. And whereas 4-H has helped 315 youth in Mifflin County to become confident, independent, resilient, and compassionate leaders as they learn by doing. And whereas 4-H in Pennsylvania is delivered by the Penn State Cooperative Extension in rural areas, small towns, and cities in all 67 counties of the Commonwealth to more than 77,000 youth ages 5 to 18. And whereas 4-H youth in Pennsylvania are served by a network of staff members and more than 6,000 adult volunteers who engage and mentor youth in learning activities and hands-on projects in topics such as animal science, civic engagement, STEM, and health and wellness. Whereas Pennsylvania 4-H Week showcases the incredible ways that 4-H inspires kids to achieve and highlights the remarkable 4-H youth in Mifflin County. who work each day to make a positive impact on those around them. And whereas 4-H's network provides youth with opportunities for leadership development, career exploration, problem-solving, friendships, community involvement, passion, and purpose. Now, therefore, we do proclaim March 15th to 21st, 2026 as Pennsylvania 4-H Week throughout Mifflin County, and encourage our citizens to acknowledge and celebrate 4-H for its valuable service and continued efforts to empower youth with the foundation of success for a lifetime. Commissioners Postal, Codish, and Wise. Motion to approve the proclamation.
So moved.
Second that.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries. We have a group here this morning. Before you go out for a photo, Ms. Spickler, would you like to say something or? Okay. Good.
Yeah, so Amy Spickler, Program Coordinator for the Mifflin County 4-H Program. I have brought along just a few of our members and a couple of volunteers, many of which do sit on our team council. So this is one of their leadership skills and being able to see how the government functions here in Mifflin County. Mifflin County 4-H offers 17 clubs, livestock community, and clover buds. And next month, our shooting sports and archery will begin for the new program year as well. We are continuing to add more and more volunteers, which is wonderful, to help serve the more than 315 youth that we do have participating in our program here in this county. If anyone's ever interested in volunteering, we have something for everyone to help with. Currently, the largest clubs that we have is Clover Bud Livestock, which is for the 5 to 7-year-olds. There is 24 members in there. And those kids are just getting an introduction into what it's like to show livestock for the fair. Our Goat Club has 49 members and our Vira Community Club is over 65 members. And so space has become a really good problem to have because it's always been said that if you're running out of space, then you must be doing something right. The other great thing that we've had that has happened with our clubs this past year is 3 of our organizational leaders of older generations have passed it on to the younger generations, and all of which are alumni that participated in the program. So it's great to see you staying in Mifflin County and then learning to pay for what was given to them. We just want to continue to extend our appreciation to the commissioners for their continued support of Mifflin County 4-H and seeing the value in the programming that we are providing. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Before we recess for a photo, we have another proclamation to read, and then we'll recess and take 2 photos in the lobby. So, Commissioner Codish.
And this is a proclamation, Welcome Home Vietnam Veterans Day, March 29th. Whereas the Vietnam War era was one of the most challenging periods in our nation's history, during which more than 2.7 million Americans answered the call to serve in the armed forces of the United States between 1955 and 1975. And whereas more than 58,000 members of the United States military made the ultimate sacrifice during the Vietnam War, and countless others returned home wounded, ill, or forever changed by the physical and emotional toll of war. And whereas many Vietnam veterans did not receive the honor, respect, or gratitude they deserved upon returning home, and it is a solemn responsibility of our communities to ensure that their service and sacrifice are remembered and appreciated. And whereas on March 29th, 2017, the Vietnam War Veterans Recognition Act was signed into law, officially designated March 29th each year as National Vietnam War Veterans Day, a day for all Americans to honor these brave men and women. And whereas Mifflin County recognizes the courage, resilience, and patriotism of all Vietnam veterans, it's committed to ensuring they receive the recognition long overdue to them. And whereas it is fitting and proper that the citizens of Mifflin County join together to pay tribute to our Vietnam veterans, to acknowledge the hardships they endured, and to express our enduring gratitude for their service to our nation. Now, therefore, the Mifflin County Board of Commissioners hereby proclaim March 29th as Welcome Home Vietnam Veterans Day in Mifflin County, Pennsylvania, and urge all residents to honor and thank our Vietnam veterans for their service, courage, and devotion to our country. Welcome home, adopted this 19th day of March, 2026. Mifflin County Commissioners, Postal, Codish, and Wise. I make a motion to approve this proclamation.
There a second?
Second.
Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the proclamation is approved. We have our veterans officer here. Jim, you like to say something or?
Morning. On behalf of veterans, Vietnam veterans and their families, I sincerely thank the Mifflin County Commissioners on this proclamation recognizing Welcome Home Vietnam Veterans Day. For many veterans, the welcome home they deserved was delayed, but today, this recognition means more than words. It is a powerful reminder that their service, sacrifice, and courage are honored and remembered. We are deeply grateful for this acknowledgement for a community that continues to stand with its veterans. Thank you.
Thank you, Jim. Okay, if we could just recess for a few minutes. They just.
Make sure you get that one.
By yourself.
But he wanted to make sure this was stage to stage. And I didn't want to make sure it's a piece of what. Goal. So. Yeah, tired, I can tell her. But I. Yeah. I said they do. I stayed helping to move this, it's just, I had to send it half. So hopefully you're not. I'm under stretching my days out. Yeah, that's fall stuff. You have to get tested. It's. But yeah, it's all surveillance now. Because like I said, So I told you everything. It's just because it's easier to go to clean. But those notes, like all the little things were negative, stuff like that. But so yeah, it's just your grandfather. I just haven't thank you, grand. Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. I can't keep this thing straight, They all stop and oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Not my duties and my house.
It's not a lot of sense.
Elvis has returned.
Amy sent you an email.
Yeah. James, that's
Right, they're just gonna ask. Has all these outfits.
You have to do, and she got you doing outfits now.
I'm waiting for the, hey,
This is about that. Here's the back. This is.
he's got a baby blue sweater too. I can't wait.
I told her that's the baby stuff.
Does she have the same?
Okay, thank you. We'll continue. And those 4-H people will be touring the courthouse after this meeting. Next, we have recommendation from Safe Streets and Roads. Planning Director Jim Letier. What are we looking at?
Yes, good morning. The county commissioners received a grant from Highway Administration, $356,450. The county's match for this grant is $89,115, representing a total of $445,576. Commissioners entered into an agreement with the Highway Administration in December of last year. Purpose of the grant is to hire a consultant for creating a countywide comprehensive safety action plan to address disproportionate safety concerns for pedestrians and other non-motorized roadway users, and to move the county toward 0 deaths on the road with a balanced transportation system that uses systemic and data-driven solutions. As you recall, you adopted the active transportation plan in March of 2023, and that plan identified 6 pilot projects, of which we get funding for 2 of those. One is the Allensville Streetscape and Traffic Calming Project. The second one is the Electric Avenue Safe Routes to School project through the Transportation Alternative Set-Aside Program. With the creation of this action plan, this would enable the county to have greater ability to secure federal funding for transportation improvements projects, intersection improvements. I think it's going to be a fairly big document at the end of the day because of the amount of funding involved. It also addresses diverse roadway users, such as non-motorized users like walkers, bikers, horse and buggy. So we prepared and disseminated requests for proposal for hiring a consultant to do this work, and I had a month to put something together. We received only 2 proposals. We had a review committee consisting of 3 members of the Planning Commission, myself, and we reviewed the plans that were submitted. One was from Michael Baker International. As you remember, they did our comprehensive plan. And the second was this AECom Technical Services Incorporated out of Pittsburgh. We met and we unanimously decided to recommend Michael Baker International for several reasons. One being we have already established a working relationship with the staff who would be undertaking this and managing it. 2, they did a good job preparing a comprehensive plan. 3, their timeline was much more realistic compared to AECom because AECom proposed this plan being prepared in an 8-month time period, which to me is not realistic. Michael Baker International proposed a 15-month time period and had 500 additional man hours to work this project compared to the other proposal. So that was key on some of the bases why we made the decision. They also have 2 sub-consultants. Michael Baker does Kittleson Associates and Bowman Consulting Group to assist with transportation matters, and both have extensive experience with this grant. Our approach will be similar to our comprehensive plan. We'll create a selection advisory committee. We definitely need people from PennDOT and CEDACOG to help assist with this project. Also, we'll have try to invite a representative from each of the 16 municipalities. And a final public plan must be complete by December 31st, 2027. And the final report is due March 1st of 2028. The grant is on a reimbursement basis, and that's handled through the federal website reporting system. I think it covers everything. If there's any questions, I'll be happy to answer.
Jim, I don't see in the motion here the cost contract.
The cost is going to be the total of the grant. That's what we'll pay the consultant, a total of $445,573.
Okay, of which the county's share, you said it's 89,000 some.
115.
Okay,
So really cost is not a factor in determining who we felt was better. It's just the amount of available funds to prepare the grant that would have been available to either consultant.
okay. And I did see the scope of work. So there's a lot of actual design and engineering that is going to be part of this. I don't recall public meetings though. Do you remember?
I'd have to look at the
Okay.
proposal. No, offhand. I think there's at least 4.
And the role of the municipalities, how the municipalities will be brought into that.
I would encourage the municipalities to probably designate their roadmaster because it's directly tied to transportation needs. That would probably be the best staff person to come.
Okay, good point.
Yeah.
Anything else for Jim? Okay, if not, need a motion to approve the contract with Michael Baker International for the Safe Streets and Roads project?
We don't have a contract, but maybe we could rephrase it.
Oh,
Authorize.
okay.
To enter into an agreement and then bring that contract back to you for approval. Maybe that would be the better. way.
Okay. Fine, thank you. Yeah. So the motion will be to select Mark Baker as the consultant.
So moved. Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, that motion carries. Thank you, Jim. Next, we have Bill Lucas, Emergency Management Director, Professional Services Agreement with MCM, the Hazard Mitigation Plan.
Good morning, thank
Good
you.
morning.
This is an extension of our mitigation plan, which we adopted last year. The federal government requires annual updates for a period of 5 years. This professional service agreement covers the 4 years and 4 annual updates that will need to complete the plan. The hazard mitigation plan is a comprehensive plan throughout the county that involves all the municipalities to identify hazards, natural or man-made within their municipalities that we can prioritize for grant funding and seeking to remedy or alleviate the risks associated with those plans. Currently, we have all of the 3 municipalities who've adopted the plan. And one of the main important factors of the plan itself is that in order to receive federal funds related to public safety, hazard mitigation and construction for like water authorities, dams, roads, highways, things like that, you have to be a participant and an adoptee of the county hazard mitigation plan. So the goal with the updates that MCM will be assisting us to complete will be to include new hazards or new projects, which would then become eligible for federal funding. And again, the 3 municipalities who have not currently adopted will be targeting them through this professional service agreement to ensure that they're able to adopt or amend the plan so they can participate in that.
Okay, so those 3, who are those 3?
I don't have the names offhand.
Okay.
I apologize.
It's important that municipalities adopt a plan for the eligibility of future funds.
In years past, it's not been an enforced requirement in many of the federal grants. And we're just hearing now that there have been several municipalities and counties who've had projects denied because they have not had a current plan or that participating municipalities were not part in that plan.
Okay, anything else for Phil? Okay, is there a motion to accept, sign the professional services agreement with MCM Consulting for the maintenance of the hazard mitigation plan?
So moved.
All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Phil. No, 3 municipalities should be reminded.
But that's one of our focuses. Absolutely.
State opioid response grant, Melissa Stewart.
It's actually a PCCD grant that the county applied for. Term improving justice system for the substance use disorders. So in a nutshell, we will be providing evidence-based supports to individuals with substance use disorder who come in contact with the criminal justice system. And we'll do that through case management, therapy, counseling, housing supports. Our office will be working really closely with Tri-County Drug and Alcohol for this grant, along with the probation department and of course, all the provider agencies in order to provide a supportive service with it.
Now, this is a 2-year grant, or 2-year period, 18 months. Okay.
The providers, is there a number of them?
There's a handful, so that stuff will go through the Tri-County Drug and Alcohol so assessments will be done by their case managers to identify somebody with substance use disorder, and then as far as any kind of payment for different treatments, that'll go through the SCA. So we'll be working closely on that to make sure that those people are getting those services.
Yeah, I want to point out and congratulate people that have worked on it. This is 100% grant.
Yes, there is no.
There is no county match. It's $464,207. And as Melissa pointed out, it is to reimburse the county for some staff at probation and in human services, and also to provide services to those that are needed. So it's very good, 100%. You don't see too many of these, so thank you. Any other questions for Melissa? Not, is there a motion to accept, sign the contracts?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, thank you. Next F, this is an amendment to the sub-recipient agreement with the Mifflin County Industrial Development Corporation. This is for raising specific buildings at the MCIDC Plaza. What we are doing is extending the time or the termination date from December 31st, 2025, which is passed, to December 31st, 2026. There are no other changes in that agreement. Again, we're just extending the date to the end of this year. Any discussion? There a motion to amendment number two to the agreement with MCIDC. So
Second.
all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion carried. Next, we have looks like four different action items, and Carol Kearney High will start with G.
Thank you. Well, G, H, and I are all, amendments to professional service agreements that Mifflin County has with CEDACOG for administration of, CDBG grants and grant projects. So G focuses on the, PSA amendment for fiscal year. There are different sections of the professional service agreement, and it covers administration, grant administration, activity development, environmental reviews for projects, and labor standards enforcement for projects. So for GH&I, none of the amounts for administration are changing. What's changing is that whenever we do a revision or a modification of a budget line for any of the contracts, we need to, if we say abandon a project to create a new project, we need to subtract whatever we had in the budget for environmental review or labor standards compliance. And then for the new project, we have to add that on. So it seems odd that we're adding and then subtracting the same amount, but these are actually for different projects. So for IPG, we are adding $4,000 for an environmental review delivery charge for the Juniata Terrace Fire Hydrant System Improvements Project. That was one that we created after abandoning another one. And then we are also adding a $4,000 environmental review delivery charge for the Granville Township Single Family Owner Occupied Housing Rehabilitation Project. That never had anything associated with it because we didn't know the scope of the project, but now we're moving forward with identifying properties, and we know that that's going to happen in the near future.
Okay, so per the explanation for amendment number 2 for fiscal year 2022, let's take these separately. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, that motion carries. That amendment is approved. H, and this is the amendment number 1 for 2026.
Yes, 2022, there being reserve funds, this was the second amendment to the professional services agreement. That for 2023, item H here, this is the first amendment. We are, it's the same idea. We had revised and modified projects, and we are adding environmental review fees for Ormond Township's public trail improvements. And actually, that's the only one that I for that. We're adding $2,300 for labor standards enforcement. For the public trail improvements project. And then we are removing delivery fees that had been on the agreement for projects that we abandoned.
Okay, so we've heard that explanation for amendment number 1 for fiscal year 23. Is there questions? If not, is there a motion to approve amendment number 1 for fiscal year 2023?
Motion. Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries, and you continue with amendment number 1 for 2024.
Thank you. So the contract for 2024, we are only removing delivery fees that had been attached to Lewis Town violations. Rec Parks Improvement Project, that project was abandoned, and we created a project to purchase fire safety equipment, which had no delivery fees attached to it.
Okay, thank you, Carol. Is there any questions on amendment number 1? If not, is there a motion to approve amendment number 1?
So moved. Second.
All in favor, say aye. Opposed? It's approved. Then you have an announcement.
Yes. So item J, we are preparing a draft letter for the commission to be able to announce the opening of the CDBG fiscal year 2025. Our plan is to advertise the public notice beginning on Monday, March 30th. And so we will have it'll be in the Lewis Town Sentinel. Information will be on the county's website. And we are also on that same day mailing out community packets to all of the municipalities and nonprofits on our list from years past. We are working on finalizing the schedule for the first public hearings for all the entitlement communities. And we also have reserved the annex meeting space for Tuesday, April 14 for Mifflin County's non-entitlement first public hearing and workshop to help people who would like to complete the problem.
Okay, so there's no action for us, but thank you for that announcement. Okay, thank you, Carol. Okay, we have a review and award bid for the Yeagertown area roadway construction, and we have Seth from Eads Group here. Morris.
So we solicited bids for the Yeagertown area roadway reconstruction project. We went through with the township manager and the roadmaster. Basically, that includes all the items that have to be on there. Punch those together. First, second, third, and fourth streets is out some ordinance, kind of the stretch their dollar of maximization of the building and to get the most out of their grant funding and what's thought as they had elected to award the base bid and all of that ordinance to Granis Brothers Stone and Asphalt with the amount of $341,682.00. Out of that, $241 or $241,444.72 would come out of the CDBG grant, and $100,237.28 would be out of their funds.
Okay, so we had 3 bids. I see 2 were good. Okay, so that's good. Maybe you've said it and maybe I missed it. When did the project get started?
Pretty much as soon as possible.
Okay. All right, any questions for the Eads Group? Is there a motion to award the bid to Granis Brothers for the Yeagertown area roadway reconstruction?
And I don't know. It does need to be contingent upon either Congress, review and approval of the document.
Okay, thank you, Seth. The motion will be, the award will be contingent upon approval of the bid documents. Okay, is there a motion to approve?
So moved. Second.
All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion is adopted. We have 7 personnel items to consider. We have the resignation of Zoe Johnson from Children and Youth Caseworker. We have the resignation of Emily Salt Marks from LPN at the Correctional Facility. We have the resignation of Jill Bryan from LPN at the Correctional Facility. The hiring of Lauren Weichel for Case Coordinator 2. We have the hiring of Colton Fleming for Part-Time Corrections Officer. The hiring of Bree Lanciano for Case Coordinator 2. And we have the retirement of Lena Corson, longtime janitor at the county, effective May 27th. Motion to approve these 7 personnel items.
Second.
Favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion carries.